Dulux Paint $116.94, Monarch Roller Kit $25.77. Will you find a competitor's lower price on the same stock item? We'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
Kia ora te whānau whānui, no mai haere mai ki Rotorua for the fifth game of our live stream on day 2 of the Bunnings National Championships for 2024. Just finished a pretty dominant game from the Canterbury Open Men's up against Te Tai Tokerau, taking that one out pretty easily, which makes that Pool A of the Open Men's quite interesting, as we have both Waikato, Canterbury and North Harbour vying for the 2 spots to go through. However, we're on to the 5th of our games, which is the Open Mixed game. This is probably the 2 top teams actually that will finish in this Open Mixed grade. Otago undefeated so far, and Auckland only having a draw other than all their other wins. This is going to be a hot contest, and joining me in the commentary box for the first part of our 5th live stream game is OJ Hawea. OJ all the way from the USA, a local lad, but been living most of his life in the USA. USA president, Open Men's coach, and basically everything USA touch. Welcome back, OJ, to the commentary box.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
How's the experience been for the USA Open Men's and Open Mixed team so far on this campaign?
Oh, it's been amazing. I mean, the opportunity to play touch at this level, you know, game in, game out, where we're being tested things that we've never been before, has been quite amazing for both our sides. With
regards to outside of the speed of the game here in New Zealand, what do you notice, any of the differences in the way that we play here in New Zealand versus in the USA?
Well, I mean, these guys have been playing for years, and so their skills, their basic skills, and then their advanced skills are so much better because they've had time to test them, you know, since they were young, but even in higher competition than we can. So, I mean, that's just been nice to watch.
Now we see the 2 teams out here in front of us, OJ. We have the Auckland Open Mixed and the Otago Open Mixed. Auckland Open Mixed having an absolute stronghold over this grade, the Open Mixed grade in New Zealand, having won 5 of the past 6. They shouldn't have won one of them. The mighty Thames Valley should have won that one, but we decided not to defend. However, I'll get over it eventually. And Nelson winning the last one. However, Otago, they've always been there and thereabouts in the mixed. When there was that big resurgence from Otago Touch, it was initially in the mixed grade, and it's no wonder. They've had a lot of key individuals really developing touch down there over the longest period of time, and they have the blessing of Damien Burden as coach, who is the head coach of the New Zealand Open Mixed team. You see his name there. Amazing management staff, physio team, and Tony Ward, put down tour manager, should be super manager. Manager of many of our New Zealand teams, just an incredible lady, and it's great to see that she's still here with all the Otago teams. No surprise, she manages every team anyway, so she may as well just be the tour manager. But they're up against Auckland. Auckland, as I said, had a strong hold on this competition. Peter Samuels, what a coach, just an absolute star. The only one more of a superstar than him is the manager, Philippa Samuel. So great contest we're going to have here, OJ. You probably know nothing about this team, but there is a ritual. The co-commentator has to put their Sakakinas on one of the teams. So who's your Sakakinas going on?
Mate, I'm going to go with the favourites. You know, you get to see Auckland out there, so I want to put my kina on Auckland.
Auckland, well, good to see that the chair you're sitting in is probably going to be still as cold as it has been the past 2 days. Otago straight into their work, however. Really looking forward to see how they go. Looking back to the left, just waiting for the defence to make a decision. Touch and pass. Haven't talked about our referees, Michael Buttery. We see leading this crew with Kaylee McCracken and Sarah Sutherland. Michael Buttery, I have no doubt he'll be doing at least 4 or 5 World Cups before he's finished. The pedigree that he comes from, young man, but done many, many national tournaments in his young life. Auckland now just down this short side, looking for one of those cheapy options. One thing I talk about a lot, OJ, in the New Zealand system is the strength of the wahine, particularly in this mixed grade. Just so strong fundamentally in the roll ball, strong on the touch, and they make great reads. I know you've got a mixed team over here. What is their comms, their feedback around how they've found the mixed grade?
Oh, mate, they've found it great. But, you know, we watch these girls play that have been playing here for a long time. They're able to cover the guys as well. You know, we're chasing out on guys, and some of our girls have never seen guys move like this. But we'll see the ladies here in New Zealand step up and make those touches quite easily. Well, I wouldn't say easily, but they make it look easy.
See Lewis now on the ball. Lewis Nicol, I would personally say the most dominant mixed touch player for the last 6 years at least. Key individual in the success that Auckland have had. Good defence from Otago though. This is what they're known for, their yards. As we see them second touch, already up to halfway now. We talked about the girls. Look at these yards. Great ruck here from the number 5 from Otago, Baron Abbott. Strong set coming back to this right-hand side. I'm not sure it was meant to him. Yeah, I think he's apologising. No apologies required. Gets the touchdown. We just see after a great set through that orange zone. Went for the long ball, plucks it out of the air. Great touchdown there from Brad Koeman. Now, AJ, obviously you brought both teams over here in preparation for the World Cup. That preparation, how's it going? You've got an open women's team. What other teams do you have that are going across to the World Cup?
Well, we have 10 total, so we've got the next level outside our 3 opens, men's 30s, women's 27, senior mixed, so 30s mixed, and then 35 men, 40 men, 50 men, and 55. So total 10 teams we're gonna take over to Nottingham.
And is this the most amount of teams you've ever taken to a World Cup?
Yeah. Last time we took 7, I think, or 8. So yeah, taking 10 is a massive lift.
Yeah, just body over the ball. Good call there from Buttery. Talked about the quality of his refereeing. He won't miss anything. Always the man on the spot. It's obviously an incredible success to have 10 teams. Having had the opportunity to be across in the USA, touch is nowhere near as big over there as it is in New Zealand. I can't ever remember anything close to 10 teams from the USA going over, so you must be proud of where the organisation has got things.
Yeah, for sure. Not just the organisation, but the individuals putting in the work to get there, and you know, to use the pay sport. Or just to see who.
Artify Hortony, New Zealand player, captain of this team many times. Again, just a dummy, and the ability to miss the touch. Incredible athlete, great work there from Artify.
Can I change my kinners to somewhere else now?
No. That chair does have a habit of trying to jump the fence. And past nationals just sat on it. Anyway, Otago 2-0. Auckland. I know the proud team that they are. Both of these teams, basically, I think, OJ, when I'm just looking at the results, are going to finish 1 and 2, regardless of the result. So I'm not sure, as we see, referee just took a bit of a tumble. Harley might need to get his gear on. Hope she's all right. Just see her hobbling off there. Unfortunately, got her feet tangled.
Mate, it'd be good to see you get your gear back on out there and blow that whistle.
I wouldn't know which way of the whistle to blow. Just while we got this break, we're talking about the 10 teams that you're taking through to the USA. Obviously, you're with the men's. What's your hope with your men's team at this World Cup?
I mean, the reason for coming here, making it down here, was to try and bridge the gap between us and what you call the second tier. You know, Australia and New Zealand always going to be out of the reach of most of us, but we want to be competing with Japan, England, you know, Philippines, the likes of those types of teams, and trying to push those guys. So that's the whole reason we've come down here.
Here he is. The man himself, Lewis Nicol. He just makes it look so easy, OJ. Having had I don't know if it's the pleasure, but having had the opportunity of coaching a team that's played against Lewis, you're just never enough tries ahead because he just makes it look so easy. Looked like he liked that one. He wanted to wear headgear before this game. Actually, before this game, there was a little bit of games within the games here. We had both teams wanting the sub-box on this side that our commentary box is on. So both managers had put their stake in the ground. They were waiting to see who won the toss. As for those who don't know, if you win the toss, you get the opportunity to choose which way you're going and which sub-box you want. The one on this side is the Sun to their back. Otago, though, hasn't bothered them. They're up 2-1, and it looks like now 3-1. Not being able to quite get across was 18 for Auckland, but just a simple play. Gave it to the back door, threw it across the face of one, and he got on the outside. Was the number 14 for Otago, Oliver McKenzie. 3-1 now. What's impressed you so far about this game, OJ?
Mate, just watching the girls get up the field, like you were saying before, I think their snaky runs, the footwork, the skills that they have to be able to, get up there against these guys is quite impressive.
Here he is with the magic stick. Just weaving some magic. It's always a hard one for the defence. He takes up a lot of eyeballs. Sometimes they can fall off the assignment because he takes so much attention of that defensive team. Taking his time, world of experience. Looking for a phase play, but unfortunately touch and pass. Good defence, Otago. What about the refereeing? I know a massive initiative of yours over, I'd say, the last 6 years has been to not only develop referees, but actually have a referee program. What have you noticed about our referees here in New Zealand? Any differences, any things that stick out here?
Oh, nothing that sticks out other than they're just good. They've had a lot of experience taught by the best referees over here, and we've just been lucky to have high-level referees on almost every single one of our games, and just seeing them be able to keep control of the game, keep us moving, it's been awesome to get that level as well. And
this is your first New Zealand Nationals that you've been to as a participant?
Yeah, never been here before. I think touch was still 7 when I was kid over here. So, no, it's been awesome just to be out here and watch these people play.
Great ruck set from Otago. Dummy half. Good defence, Auckland. This is the first Nationals that we've had the split where we've had the Masters 2 weeks earlier than the Open. So it has meant that majority of our refs are the Open referees. As the Masters referees went to that. We just look at these girls again. You just talked about them weaving their way up the field. I just love their strength in the roll ball. Sets up strong plays like this. We can get on the outside. Intercept. Nicely picked up there. He's absolutely full of pace as Broadhurst. Caught him playing for the Auckland team in the youth. Bit casual there. Drop ball. Are you hoping to make this an annual thing or biannual thing, OJ, or is it more likely to be something that happens in a World Cup year, or are you looking to spread the love around it and go to other national tournaments?
Well, that's actually a good one. I don't know the answer to that. It would be nice to come back. Coming back home is always a good thing. So making it back here, it's just a different feel about touch around being in New Zealand and the ease of getting to places to stay, like a marae or things like that. It just makes it a lot easier to plan something.
Great touchdown for Auckland as they go across for their second. And you guessed it, who had a part to play in this. We see him, Nicol. Nice left to right, long, and just draw and pass by the 7 to his mate on the link. As Auckland now get one back, 3-2. Quality game. I wouldn't say both teams are firing all their shots. I imagine they both know that there's a good chance that they're going to face each other in the last game of the mixed round tomorrow. So they want to keep a bit up their sleeves. But also that pride, you won't want to lose to someone you might face later on. Now, big left to right, great defence from the Auckland link. There's no such thing as a mismatch these days, OJ, I'm sure of it, as we've seen Kira Fisher. easily get across to cover that. Nice defence, Auckland. Exactly what the doctor orders after a touchdown. Now they want to get through this transition without any errors. Nice extra passes. Yeah, off the mark, unfortunately. Again, referee Buttery just won't miss that. He's just so early to position. It gives him so much time to be able to see what's going on. Standing referee. Hortini, working in conjunction with McEntee Walters as they come back towards McEntee Walters. Late cut, looking for numbers now. Disconnection, great shot. Ooh, she gets the shoulder for her. Good work.
And just that read there, just to come in and shut that down, knowing that, you know, potential of an overlap was there.
I had the opportunity to talk to one of the mixed players, USA mixed players, and I said, how's the experience? He goes, I've never been to a more hospitable country. And I said, oh, tell me more. And he said, I thought coming from the USA over here, people might be like, oh, you're from the USA. You probably up yourself. As we see Otago with a big right to left, unfortunately not go to hand. And he goes, but everyone's loved us and said how awesome it's been over here. And I know just walking around, the excitement that I've heard people when they see the USA gear go past and they're like, whoa, how cool is the gear? Must be really cool to have that feedback and hear how stoked the New Zealand touch community are to have the USA team here.
Yeah, to be honest, it surprised me as well. You know, just the, you know, having it a foreign country over here, especially us, you know, the US, not always popular, but everyone's just loved it and they've been so hospitable and, you know, people just stopping us on the side, you know, what are you guys hoping to get? Are you enjoying it? It's been quite remarkable to see that.
The number of the boys probably haven't been to New Zealand. I almost guarantee they haven't stayed in a marae before. How was that experience for the boys?
No, they loved every minute of it. Just being able to be together, that was part of it, right? Now, the culture part of what we wanted to do is just have our boys close together. So staying in that room and have to put up with those mates snoring and everything.
Wouldn't know what you're talking about there. We see there, Western Tahuri probably got away with a hand in the ruck. You get away with what you can. Oh, again, Buttery, just seen them on the mark. I really like the standard here by this refereeing team. In a World Cup year, we can't be taking bad habits across, and absolutely, undoubtedly, a lot of our World Cup team will be made up of these two teams. Hortini, I'm pretty sure she's played the whole first half so far. Where's the half gone? 2 minutes to go. Fake the loop play, comes back this side. Excellent hands, just as good defence. You've had 3 games so far, OJ. You got another one left today.
Yep. It's been a bit of a tough one today. You know, people going down. We're not used to the speed or the energy needed to get this, so we're not quite in shape. But again, that's why we came. You know, to figure those things out. Oh, a bit of a collision there. Yeah, just a total accident there. It was actually a great hustle from the Auckland defender. Didn't clock off. Came back, made the touch. Fortunately, both, players. High-speed collision. Looks like he's just had the opportunity to grab his breath. We had a game yesterday where, I think it was Nelson, under 21 mix. They only had 5 girls and 2 of them had a collision. They were off for 5 minutes. So their team for 5 minutes played with no female subs. And then earlier today, Manawatu down to 4 players. They played the whole game with 4 female players. So not only is it the skill, but just the courage and resilience that these incredible wahine have. Auckland just have not been able to get across the halfway line. Their last 4 sets, either a turnover, roll ball turnover or penalty turnover. 3-2. They're doing well with their defence to be able to not be down more. 30 seconds to go. When does the team head off, OJ? You staying here for a holiday afterwards, or? Oh, and there it is. You give Otago that many opportunities and they're not going to waste it. 4-2. No, mate, we've got a couple of boys staying for a bit of a holiday, but most of us got to get back to work. I'm heading off tomorrow before the finals, so got to get back to Auckland and get on a flight back to Texas on around 7 o'clock or so.
Wow. Look, the halftime hooter is going to be before us, before we know it. I know you have to head off. You've got a game coming up in the next round, your fourth and final for the day. Just again, appreciate you giving up your time to come in here. Really want to acknowledge a big ngāmihi to you and your team over in America of what you've done for USA Touch and what you still do. Great to have you here. An absolute pleasure on behalf of the Touch community to have you and the USA team here. And good luck for your next one.
Thanks. I just, giving it back to everyone in New Zealand who's helped us over time from, back in the day when I started getting guys like Pete Walters, yourself coming over. We're watching this game, the replacement referee, Tanisha, she's been over to ref with us as well. But everyone from, Joe to Pam to the whole lot making it over. Thanks for your support.
Awesome. That's us. Catch you for the second half.
A fresh coat of paint can go a long way.
4-litre Easy Coat Interior Paint, $91.58. Sally's 1-litre Professional Sugar Soap, $5.61.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stock item, will beat it by 15%.
Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Kia ora touch whānau, welcome to Quick Hit, your short, sharp and touch-relevant warm-up, with the aim of warming up and moving those important body parts before kicking into activity. The Quick Hit warm-up requires minimal space, minimal time, and allows for innovation.
Homegrown Heroes is back, and this year I've got a new recruit.
Kia ora touch whānau, it's time to nominate the unsung volunteers who put the mahi in for the sport we love.
Enter them now for the chance to win $5,000 for their touch community.
No mai hoki mai, welcome back to the second half of what has been an enthralling game so far in this mixed grade. Otago 4-2, scoring late in that first half. Otago just unfortunately in their last 4 sets couldn't get out of their halfway line and just invited Otago to the line, which I have no doubt the Auckland coaches talking about it, just not clocking off in that transition phase, making sure mistake-free, get across to the other end, because when they have, they come up with some incredible tries. But there is no surprise to see Otago and why they are sitting at the top of the table. Pretty clinical. It's great to have you back, Harley. Had the pleasure of having OJ in here while you were sunbathing just outside the commentary box. I hope you got your vitamin D for the day.
Really enjoyed your kōrero, actually. It's always great to have, well, I suppose he is still a guest, even though he's from here too. But very much so the guests that we've got that have come over from USA Touch, and awesome to hear that they're enjoying their experience so far.
Yeah, it was really good to hear that. I know as a country we pride ourselves on being welcoming. The Manaki, we want to be known for that. Sometimes I think we forget to do it to each other as Kiwis. But Auckland now with a great opportunity just to get that one back. They lost at the end of the first half. I'm sure Lewis sometimes looks like he's having a Sunday stroll. He makes it look that easy. Good defence, Otago. A lot of ball was coming in the middle. I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see a few long balls here as Otago just starting to really squash up in the middle. But good set of D from Otago, straight into their business.
The first half, of course, I had the pleasure of watching from the side on a lot of action. Certainly impressed with how well Otago have been moving the ball up and down the field, but particularly left and right, led by this guy, Jordan McEntee. Didn't quite go to plan that time.
Positive about this game has been the quality of the refereeing. Kelly McCracken, Michael Buttery, Tanisha Gill, end to end. But not only that, picking up everything that's been happening. Had a great first half. Did the 14 from Auckland. Jade McDowell, strong player in the youth age groups. Secondary school touch. Oh, too easy. Was the touch made? No, it wasn't. Take us through the replay, Harley.
Great try there from Western Tahuri. Excellent connections in the middle there between the Auckland teammates. Good platform, great peel. Fake there, didn't have to give it to the left-hand side. The follow play was on. And Auckland close that gap. They're only down by 1 now. 4-3 Otago still with a slight lead.
Up by 1 Otago. Good hit back from Auckland. Just brings that competitiveness back to this game. It's exactly what Coach Samuel would have been wanting his team to do. Be the first to score in the second half. Otago though, look at the gas, just absolutely turns it on. Oh, bit of a hidden hope there with the back pass, Harley.
Yeah, just ran out of room. The option was certainly on. Just didn't quite get the connection there. Great cover defence too from Auckland, just to mirror and stay tight to the players on the right without causing any obstruction in the way.
Just in case the ref needed some help, the Auckland team thought they'd give them. Here we see McDowell though, straight back into business. One of the top players in botany when they had a lot of success. Back to the middle. Lovely drawn pass. Hendrik Tusa, the 18, he particularly loved it. Let out a squeal in the sub-box as they've tied things back up, Harley.
That's right, this is exactly the same play that they just scored from. They fake to the left when the peel comes around. The follow play is on. Otago looking a little bit vulnerable there in the middle, and Auckland has certainly spied that that's the best option for them to go. 4-4 now.
4-4, game on. 2-0 in the second half to Auckland. Started the second half with a hiss. Again, we don't know how much each team is keeping up their sleeves. I tell you what, they're trying their hardest. Oh, lovely little lob pass just on the outside of McDowell. Great hit back from Otago, 5-4.
Just such a well-timed pass. The Auckland defence did a really good job of shifting to their left to take away that first easy option. Just that little pop pass over the top there to Oscar Sycamore. Very pretty touch to watch.
11 to go. Not quite, you wouldn't call it a semi-final, but sort of a potential final tomorrow.
They'll certainly both be in the hunt alongside some of the other teams that are performing well. Of course, we saw Carpenter yesterday. They're still in the mix as well. Bay Plenty not counted out either, but an excellent long ball to the left. The cutout ball, great try there from Madison Lusby for Auckland. We'll have another look at it.
It was a great job from the Otago winger, but such was the quality of the pass that even though she had released early, still couldn't get there. Great pass, Nickel. Great catch. Great try, Glusby, sorry. Tied it up again. The drop-off committee will be starting to get a little bit interested as tomorrow's our day. I'm hoping there'll be some close contacts again. There it is, the defence come accustomed to from Auckland. Intercept, here he is, Broadhurst. He got one of these in the Youth Nationals. He's already celebrating. Don't drop it now. Too easy there from Preston Broadhurst, the number 2 from Auckland. It's first time Auckland, second time Auckland into a lead.
And just too much pace, such a long stride, really hard for Otago to catch him there. And with such long levers, he was able to pick that ball up. Had he not got it, perhaps Otago would have been in for another try. So one of those momentum shifters, this try putting Auckland in the lead now.
Oh, he's telling everyone about it in the sub-box just in front of us. He reckons it was at least 100 metres. I'm not sure how he quite got that distance. Oh, hustle there from both McDowell and McDowell on this left-hand side. Energy just really lifted in this Auckland box as they get into a lead. Oh, too easy.
Sharp execution here from Otago. We'll have another look at the Bunnings Warehouse replay very shortly. As we can see, just a very quick hands there from Jordan McAtee to push the ball back. Across there to Brad Koeman, who scores another try for Otago. We're all locked up against 6 each.
We know that neither of these teams are going to let the other win. even though the standings are probably locked in already.
And as standings go, everybody wants to finish top. Crossover phase will kick in tomorrow morning. So for all of the fixtures, results, and information about tomorrow's live stream, you can head to the Touch NZ website for all the info you need.
You talked about something else that's on the website, Facebook page, the Homegrown Heroes, Harley.
Yeah, that's correct. Of course, Bunnings, in partnership with Touch New Zealand, are looking out for homegrown heroes, and we are certain that there's plenty within your communities, the Touch community of Aotearoa. So make sure that you go and nominate your homegrown heroes for their opportunity to win $5,000 to help grow the game that we love. Nominations close tomorrow, so make sure that you get yours in. You don't want to miss out on celebrating the awesome mahi of the people in our game.
Much better defence here. Repelled them twice in a row. Have Otago. After Auckland, got 3 touchdowns so far in the second half. Purely by the fact that you're sitting in the chair that OJ made the decision on it. I'll just let you in. He went for Auckland.
Brave decision, but I'm going to stick with it. We'll keep that sack of Kinners on the side for Tamaki Makoto. They've been gifted an opportunity here.
Do you even eat Kinners?
Love Kinners. Big plate of Kinners on Thursday.
Why you got your fingers crossed when you're saying this?
If you're out there and you're in Rotorua, if you can just go for a quick dive and bring some Kinners to the commentary test.
Where are they going to go for a dive?
Over in Tauranga. I want the fresh Kinners. Little decision to be made here between the two referees.
What do you think it's going to be?
Just comparing notes here, I think they're going to give the try. As we mentioned, you don't want to give Auckland opportunities too easy. And it did look like she just got there in time.
Oh, I was thinking more about whether he dropped it or not.
Oh, okay.
Not sure if we could got a closer replay there, but it looked like up the wires last night when they couldn't score tries after the first 12 minutes. Otago, just the pace that they inject onto the ball. Yeah, just rolling back too early. Middle link on the left-hand side there for Auckland. Just a shout-out to Kira Fisher. She has been absolutely outstanding, both on attack and defence.
Kira Fisher, a member of the Touch Blacks Open Mix last year, probably one of the standout players for them in their series against Australia. Another penalty here against Auckland on the line. They'll want to be careful.
Oh, work there from McDowell. They're down to 5 as one of their players has been removed to the side. Oh, and there we see a turnover. The energy in the box is really going to a new level. Auckland love that defence. We see it again. The team that goes down to 5, it's almost as if they get the injection of energy, of focus, of determination. Guess it makes sense.
It's true, they have to work harder. It also becomes confusing for the defence because instead of having 6 people to defend, now 2 of you have got to mark up on 1. Changes the way that you defend. And just dancing around here, Auckland, not afraid to use the clock and keep Otago moving. Here's Tahuri, Whakara. Ball to ground is the call. Just 4 minutes left. Otago still with plenty of time.
This team just works. They know who their leaders are in Auckland, and obviously Nichols being that. Whenever he wants the ball, he gets it. But when you just got key individuals like Isaac Walker, who just sets things up so well, it just makes it so much easier. No matter how good Nichols is, if he doesn't have great setters, he'll have no chance. And then you got the young man, Broadhurst, who can just go from one end to the other. But Otago, another mistake, 2 in a row.
And as you mentioned, it's a bit of a factory of mixed players. A lot of these players have come through that system of 16s and 18s. And as we know, just like their Opens teams, the 16s and 18s for Auckland have had heaps of success. Yards up the field now for Auckland.
Great first sets. Oh, that's, I think he got away with one there. You don't normally make a touch with your shoulder. As we look at this collision, Isaac just not ready for this. And the number 7 from Otago, Jordan. McIntyre Walters.
A Rep League player, McIntyre, plays for the Otago Whalers and putting some of that skill to use. And so too.
This is what they can do to
James
Auckland.
Davison.
Just out of nowhere. Otago were very dominant in that first half. Auckland just hanging around, unfortunately, let one in at the end. And this is what they do. They can just put 2, 3, 4 on you just like that. Bang, bang, bang. And then next minute you're like, where did that come from? Now they're up by 2. I think there's only 2 minutes to go in the remainder of this game. 2.5. Up by 2. Otago have to score here. Again, they're both likely to finish 1 and 2. But just mentally anyway, to take an edge over the other team into tomorrow's semi-finals.
At the start of the game, I saw Hendrik Sousa, he's the guy on the far right link there, nearly unable to walk, and his effort on defence has been impressive for Auckland. He's had a huge part to play in their success, particularly in the second half. A little bit of confusion there as the subs come on the field for Auckland.
Nichols now down the sideline. Oh, that's a great pass back. Western Toad. What a way to finish. I wondered how this was going to work, as you could see the Otago player going to catch up. But just the presence of mind from Western Toadie and Nichols. This is how much he liked it. Oh, no. I wonder if he'll live to regret that. Surely they're going to make some meme or something out of that.
You'll see that later on 7th Touch, I'm sure.
We've just seen it's been a trend in the game. A team puts a couple of mistakes back to back, and the other team have been really capitalising, getting down the other end. Again, Fisher just showing quality she is. McDowell here, just so strong. Made that call look so obvious. Tell you what, the number 7 from Otago couldn't even knock the ball out of her hands in. She's only holding it in one, so maybe he'll choose to run back into Isaac as opposed to Bailey. Broadhurst back to the middle, over to McDowell. Great touch from number 3 from Otago, Winiana. I'm sure that Winiana North Harbour.
Yeah, so she's studying down in Otago. That's how she's ended up with the crew from the south there.
The Auckland team happy to hear the hooter. What a great second half from Auckland. They take this one out against the top-ranked team up until this point. Otago 9-6. The end of our 5th live stream game. We'll see you back for one more after this.